Greetings and gather around. This is episode 2 of Ancient Domains of Mystery Pony Mod Main 6 Victories. We are playing as Twilight Sparkle. When we last left our heroine, she was in dead trouble in what is known as the Puppy Cave, the cave in which there is a small dog that a little girl in the first village that you can go into if you like had lost her puppy in, and she asks you to go retrieve it. A difficult quest, an unnecessary quest, and for some reason I felt like doing it, because oftentimes, you know, if I can handle that, I still get a lot of XP, I suppose, but I don't know. I'll probably regret it, as I slightly am right now, because, let's look around a little bit, we have a dark elven wizard who summons large spiders. Twilight Sparkle herself is not especially poison resistant in her current state. We also have a corpse fiend, no good. A female barbarian leader, also kind of nasty. Fortunately, we are in this lovely little hallway here. We'll be able to use that to our advantage. My hit points are not so great. In fact, they're almost half down. I'm using coward tactics right now. You can switch with the F1 through F7 keys. And it just basically increases your ability to hit and deal damage while decreasing your defense value, your ability to dodge, or vice versa. You can go coward mode and have a great bonus to your dodge. Right there we see 12 DV, plus 12 DV, and big minuses to hit and damage, which is just fine when I'm trying to cast spells. It's basically like, I don't know, casting defensively and having no real downside to the spells themselves. Let's see. What are we going to do exactly here? I want them to line up so I can blast them with one of my wonderful offensive spells I've got. Lightning Bolt, Frostbolt, Firebolt, Acid Bolt are all included. Okay, let's go ahead and... I'm holding a Cursed Quarterstaff. Ah, that's right. That's right. Okay, we're going to step back a little bit. That looks good. 3 of the main guys I'm worried about are lined up. What to hit them with? Let's try Firebolt. Now, elves, especially like these dark elves, they're somewhat resistant to that sort of thing. Ray spells, but everyone else got wounded. That's good. Frostbolt. Let's give that a shot. The dark elven wizard misses me. Well, hopefully one of these will go through her defenses. It is a her, right? Let's quick see here. Dark elven wizard. No, apparently not. Doesn't matter. Let's step back another one so that this other barbarian gets lined up. Hit him with whatever's cheapest. Firebolt. Hey, that worked. Okay, so this little C above the dark elf wizard means that she is cowardly. She's retreating, basically. Panicked and running away. So I still would like to take them out. Oh, excellent. Oh, that's a lucky break there. Alright, let's pick up some spoils of the war. I still don't want to get in a close-to-close with a spider because I'm not poison resistant yet. However, there's now a large spider corpse on the ground. Excellent. When one of those appears, it's a huge opportunity to gain poison resistance. The only negative to it right now happens to be... Yep, there we go. There's the message I want to see. Your throat feels very rough and your stomach burns. That indicates to me that it actually gave me poison resistance. And we've leveled up. Whew. This is stepping in a direction I think I prefer. Okay. Whew. So now that the tension is somewhat lowered, how are you guys doing? Oh, wonderful. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad I have the opportunity here this Labor Day weekend to play some Main 6 Victories. Continue this epic quest defeating the game Ancient Domains of Mystery as each of the Main 6 ponies. Because ponies. What do I want? What do I want? See, so far I've been building toward Treasure Hunter. which is a talent that's really useful to have. But now that I've accomplished that, I've gotten it, I need to start building towards something else, I think. Long stride is good. Careful isn't bad. Quick is good. Both long stride and quick affect my ability to basically run away from enemies, as that's when running speed most comes into play. Porter's okay, but being a wizard, I expect to be able to, let's go ahead and take quick. I expect to be able to eventually find a spellbook of Strength of Atlas, I believe it's called, which greatly increases my... I really don't want to have to go this way, but I haven't found the stairs yet. Okay, a simple rat. Beat him up. I got shot by an arrow from this barbarian. I'm going to use lightning bolt so that it bounces around down there. Let's use very aggressive tactics just to finish him off. Rats everywhere. So yeah. Uh-oh, a ghoul behind me. Risk of paralyzation. Let's go ahead and blast him. Finish off these buggers, since they're just rats. And I'm level 9. Man, alive. Things don't die the way I keep expecting them to die. There we go. Orc corpse. Sure. Ah, shoot, now I'm satiated. I ate a little too much. Kaboom! Claw bug and a thug. That rhymes. This game is a poet, and it wasn't even aware of the fact. A mandolin is lying on the ground. No, I'm sorry, a lute. I do not have the music skill, so I'm going to ignore it. Wow, still no stairs leading downward. Alright, let's take the semi-risky continuation. What is this? Female berserker. Not a huge threat, but I'm still going to spend spells on it. Her, rather. So my Labor Day weekend was nice. Able to hang out with friends, play some ultimate frisbee. This wolf is killing my butt. This is when we suddenly pull out the big guns that I try not to use. Jeez, I didn't have any indication that that wolf was going to be able to do so much damage to me. I would like some healing spells or staves to weapon group 3. Weapon level 3. The staves group. Okay, it's bleeding, so I'm going to move back. Oh, wait, stop bleeding. Bloody heck, die. Whew, and more guys. But at least we have stairs. We knew we'd find them eventually. A long sword. You'll notice that the long sword on the ground, if you look at the pommel, the very end of the grip of the sword, it's kind of blue. This indicates that it is actually adamantine, I believe, or mithril. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Alright, fine, fine. Just line up, let me kill you. Really don't want to exhaust my hit points, which appear to be my most valuable asset at the moment, the way things are going. Perfect. Sadly, I had been planning on recording this Sunday, and move that up there. I ended up being at my grandmother's house on Sunday. Did I get wounded there? And I really didn't want to talk while people were trying to sleep. And yes, it was in my grandma's basement. How very stereotypical for a brony. Which is another discussion I'd like to have someday, is, do I consider myself a brony? I mean, who doesn't? If they watch the show and they're older than they probably should be. Every little thing is hurting me. I'm just doing little bits of chip damage. Alright, enough of this. Portion of water sounds good. Medium shield will probably just weigh me down. So there's skeletons that way. You may have noticed when I first entered this dungeon, there was a message. You feel excited. What that indicates is that somewhere on the level is a, what is it called? A vault, I believe. Vault of monsters, a large gathering of a specific type of monster. Now, that's not really what I'm here for, though I'm sure it would provide me with some nice items, nice experience, if I just go in there and slaughter them all. But I'm really here for the dead puppy that I will find here. If I'd have gotten here soon enough, the puppy would still be alive, and I could give it to the little girl. Let's drop that. I don't need that. It'll burden me. But either way, you can bring what's left of the puppy. That's probably its corpse there. Back to the little girl. Yep, cute dog corpse. I am burdened for picking it up, so let's quick. I ate something. Now I'm still satiated. Satiated. Oh, good. It went away. So I'm going to approach the skeletons from that same angle, and when I get sick of fighting them or overwhelmed, I can simply retreat. Yeah, like this jerk waffle. But vaults are nice because they do give you a lot of little chances of decent items in a very that swordsman might be able to rid me of this cursed weapon. I'm gonna hold still in front of him and just see if I can get him to disarm me. That noise. Uh-oh. This might get interesting. Okay, now he's hitting me. Go back to coward tactics. That was really bad. He might have killed me. The way I was just letting him do that to me. We're going to use first aid. And we're going to get out of here. Actually, we might be safer healing in here. So let's close the doors. Hold still for a while we just heal up. Using our regular old heal skill. And now we will leave. Having acquired a dead cute dog. Should be the one the little girl wanted. If not, she will be awfully distraught. Not that she wouldn't be anyway. Oh, come at me, bro. Ouch. Everything's hurting me so much. My protection value is just too pitiful. Really need some better armor. This isn't working. I'm gonna have to just use spells on every pony I see. So, since I brought it up, let's quick have a discussion about whether I refer to myself as a brony, what the word really means to me. The short answer is, well, no, not really. I'll answer to brony if someone calls me it, because sure, why not? Whatever label you think the situation demands. But in reality, I think I tend to... Ooh, acid bolt. I think I tend to... what do I want to say, really? I tend to see it as kind of a label that doesn't do anything for me. I don't feel it's super accurate because the whole label was kind of just invented by a bunch of people that I don't necessarily respect in the first place, and I don't feel like they were any sort of, I want to say, authority on, you know, naming the group. The fandom consists of really anyone who likes the show and decides they want to coordinate or meet up with other people who like the show, which totally makes sense in my mind. When I first started watching the show, I'd already known that, yeah, there are others out there that like the show. That's kind of the reason that I started watching it is because I heard it was popular among people on the internet. So, hey, what's up with that? People on the internet can be jerks and weirdos and mean and insensitive and watch all sorts of crap on TV. So why would they like this show? So I gave it a try. And I kind of expected from that, because I found this show that was heartwarming and innocent and deep and interesting, that, oh, okay, the people who like this show are probably maybe more like me. They're into things that are more childlike, are more innocent, are more just friendly and heartwarming, you know? I want to be able to watch a show that I can then show off to my younger sister and not have to say, oh, yeah, let's fast forward past this part. Ooh, I forgot that they use this kind of language here and blah-de-blah-de-blah. So that's just the kind of guy I was. And honestly, and this is still related to why I don't really consider myself or call myself a brony. Has she found me puppy? Yes, I want to tell her about it. And she weeps. And then, to top it all off, go through my inventory and give her the cute dog corpse, with which she consoles herself with, ooh, maybe hopefully not, it is a dead dog. And she sobs. Wonderful. I am a horrible person. Why am I burdened? I don't remember picking up... Oh, right, the Spellbook of Acid Bolt. Well, while we read that, let's continue the discussion. So, yeah, I come to learn, after kind of jumping around different forums and other places, that no, bronies are sick, disgusting weirdos who are into the kind of stuff that I revel in not being in, if that makes any sense. I can't remember if we covered it in the previous episode, but spellbooks. I'm not involved in any quests. Okay, well, I want to be. Let's go ahead and go to the druid. Talk to him. Plagued by the attacks of an evil sorcerer. He was once a brother of my order, the druidic order, but has now fallen to dark powers. He's a black druid, corrupting the powers of nature and twisting them to suit his darker needs. His name's Keith. Go kill him. Here's where he is. Come back, and I will reward thee with under-leveled sword and a... No, it's actually a nice reward, and that's why I'm taking it. Hopefully I'm high enough level, and I do have some of the spells that are awfully handy against him. Ooh, a new spell. Summon Monsters spell. This requires a little bit of explanation because it is not what you might hope for. It is not Summon Monster level 1 from D&D by any stretch of the imagination. It is more make monsters that would be appearing throughout the level you're on anyway appear next to you. And they appear in the same kind of state they would appear in if they were just generated by the game, which is probably hostile. So yeah, summon a probably hostile, probably weak, probably take-outable monster next to you. Why would you want to do this? Well, there's a couple of reasons, but it's very few and far between, so I'm not really excited in finding this spell. Anyway, so if that's what bronies are to the folks who made up the word, and if that's the kind of community that I would find myself associating myself with if I embraced it, that's okay. That's okay. It's not for me. This little black thing here is a chaotically aligned altar. Because I don't want to die, I'm not going to stand on it in the presence of a chaotic creature. If I were to do so, he would be able to use me as a living sacrifice to his god, and I would die. I have died that way. And I did, actually, a couple times I think I've died that way in past playthroughs. Let's kick it. Hi, guys. Girl Scout cookies? No? But they're so well baked. So does that answer the question? That wasn't asked and just brought up by me. Oh good, it was. did answer the question, kind of. I mean, I'll still answer to it like I said. If someone asks, are you a brony? I might play with them a little bit and be like, brony, what's that? Or something, I don't know. Ow, fetch. But, I mean, the bottom line is always going to be, yeah, I love the show. I think the show is wonderful. I almost wish it was on, like, prime time television, but I understand why it's not. I actually thought that when I first started watching it. I think I've mentioned that before. This in front of me is a wild cat. Have I talked about this? At some point late in the game, in this deep part of this deep dungeon, you will encounter a creature called the Cat Lord. There's only one of him in the entire game. If you have killed any cats, wild cats, tigers, lions, I believe are the main three that you'll see, he will be hostile, and the more you have killed, the more insanely difficult he will be to kill. Oh my, snakes. Not as worried about him because I now have poison resistance. Like that. I'm now poisoned, but does it matter? So we'll just simply finish them off a little bit. They lined up, might as well burn them. If you manage to get to the Cat Lord without having killed any cats, or cause their death, because there's a few ways you could cause their death. What is that? A lawful altar. Ooh. Ooh. I am lawful because I'm Twilight Sparkle. That's, oh. Okay, so I just tried a living sacrifice of this snake that's here on this altar. Instead of being sacrificed in a pillar of fire, a voice booms in my mind, what a mediocre sign of devotion. Improve, it commands me. And truly it is, because I just tried to sacrifice something that is considered to be really? Picking up a blanket burdens me now. Alright. Read up on Firebolt. We'll just learn it till it's gone. Because the snake was considered summoned, and he was summoned because he came out of this open pit, which just kind of generates a bunch of snakes, my deity didn't really appreciate it. Like a wizard that keeps on summoning a bunch of monsters, and I keep sacrificing them. You know, it just doesn't work that way. This guy, he might not have been summoned, so we're going to try him. Oh boy. Dadgum. He also was summoned. I don't have to worry about being sacrificed to it because I'm lawful. And any lawful creature wouldn't be able to sacrifice any other lawful creature. So hopefully I can find someone and we can see what a living sacrifice looks like. Okay, here we go. A bat. Come on, bat. I happen to know that this bat is neutrally aligned, mostly because it's an animal, and they're practically all that way. Come on, fly over the altar. The large bat is consumed by a roaring column of flame. Corellius, excuse me. Corellius seems to be very pleased with you. Ah, and I am very pleased with her, or him. Excellent. Any others? Any other animals? Chaotic monsters? Anything? Who wants to die? You want to die. Come, man. Let's go. Let's go. Oh. Sorry. A gnat just flew right in front of me, and I had to quick slap it and kill it. Kaboom! Hooray! So, there's a few advantages to being in good standing with your deity. The immediate one you see is that do you see this color here on my gloves that I had? It had been gray, now it's teal. That means they're uncursed. They're neither cursed nor blessed. Middle of the ground, mundane, nothing wrong with them. So it's a lot safer for me to slip them on. Oh wait, if I didn't have a cursed quarterstaff stuck in my hands. Alright, let's go ahead and drop everything else I can on the ground here and pick them all up. Some loud noises here on my end. Drop this too while we're at it, though I'm already wearing it, so I'm not really worried that it is or isn't cursed. Golden amulet, longsword. Boy, I don't really have that many cursed items. The second thing you'll see as you increase your standing with a deity is water will become holy when you place it on an altar. Let's see if I can maybe sacrifice items. Okay, not interested in those, shield. Probably won't be interested in, gloves. I don't know, we could try. I'm thinking I might... Yeah. Let's swap out this quarterstaff. It's cursed, so I can't normally drop it, but if I dip it in holy water, it will become blessed, and I can take it on and off as much as I like. So let's quick do that. Ah, these gloves are worthless. Let's go ahead and drop them. Well, now that it's blessed, I kind of want to keep using it. This mithril longsword's okay, 1d8 plus 3. Just by the numbers, that's actually better than the quarterstaff. But the thing is I am now trained somewhat with quarterstaffs. Let's quick pull up the listing. You'll see here, staves as a weapon group, I'm level 3, which grants me plus 3 to hit, plus 3 to DV, which is nice. Swords, I'm level 0, so 0 to everything. And here's how many marks I would need, how many hits I would need on an enemy before it levels up to the next level. For wizards, it's actually pretty high number. But in the long run, I'm going to want to get good with probably something that includes a one-handed weapon and a shield. So let's actually equip both of these and give this a go. Look at that. Twilight Sparkle is levitating 2 objects at once. Sword and shield. Oh, I should have sacrificed that guy. I wasn't even thinking about it. Alright, deeper we go. To take out Keithrax, the evil druid. So, here's something else. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this Nerdy Nummies channel on YouTube. I guess it's something where they make nerd-themed confections. And possibly other food, I have no idea. But the one I saw was confections because it was a My Little Pony themed one. They pulled some guys named Austin Mahoney as their very special guest in helping them make what they called Mrs. Cake Cutie Mark cupcakes. Mini cupcakes. Oh man, this sword seems like it's pretty nice. Probably helps that it's not cursed either. Die guy. Not an especially inspiring episode. They barely talked about My Little Pony. The special guest, this Austin Mahoney, admitted to nothing. Did not claim to know about the show. And I think he was telling the truth. The lady didn't seem to know much about the show. The whole thing seemed to be made simply because the YouTube comments got enough requests for My Little Pony. Oh shoot, that sucks. The door exploded because it was trapped. I quote-unquote partially evaded the explosion. I think because I was standing here off to the side, not in front of the door. I didn't lose any items. I lost some hit points, which I should have used first aid against immediately. I wasn't successful anyway. Sooner you use first aid, the better. Alright, let's get through this mission fast. I say mission, I don't know what I'm talking about. Stop fighting, guys. I can finish him off. But yeah, I'm disappointed. Come on. Why aren't there more, like, good fans of My Little Pony in the world? We've got a pretty big fandom. The sort of fandom that gets us in trouble more often than not. But it's such a good show. This gal here on the Nerdy Nummies, should have totally been like, oh yeah, I watch it with my niece or something, or yeah, I appreciate the show. I went out of my way to watch a couple episodes before making this video just to know what the heck we were talking about. The only pony reference besides the name of the cupcakes that I heard throughout the entire episode, actually I saw it in the background. It kind of looked like Mrs. Cake, like a figurine back next to a blender. Yeah, I mean the cupcakes themselves weren't even Cutie Mark themed. I don't even know why they... Uh-oh. Gush of water suddenly hits you. I walked into a trap. Heavens to Betsy. Hit me. Another scroll. Another scroll. Another scroll. A spellbook of Frostbolt got ruined. A spellbook of Lightning Bolt. And this is why walking into a trap is generally sad. Okay, we'll pick up that shield on the way out. Let's take it with us. Fortunately, after you've found a trap, it's fairly easy to avoid it. Walk over it, and the character is generally good about stepping over it. It's not always perfect. Sometimes it's a pit, and it's so wide that it's hard to navigate across the edge of the hallway, I suppose. Another trap. Dang. And a bunch of Cabalds. Get over here, Cabald Wizard. Swords just went up by level, as expected. Short bow, a bunch of arrows, wonderful. Oh my. Ooh, we're gonna have munchies for weeks. And by munchies I mean equipment. Don't really need the spellbook of light. I would like the arrows. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Some more arrows. And some guy who's gonna die. And quarrels. The type of arrow that works in a... Really? Another trap, and my short bow just got shredded. Just the one, though. Okay, we're going to quick take a jaunt, a sojourn, back to the altar. Once we identify some items, I think we've got an episode on our hands, and we can wrap things up. But it makes me wonder, what do you guys want to hear about? What do you guys want to discuss? Get your opinions on? I love to talk about the show, and I would love to throw my opinions on all the different episodes at you. Especially... is this a special sword? No, I don't think so. So if you guys are willing to... Especially the ones I like or the ones I really dislike. If it's a middle-of-the-ground episode and just like, meh, it's not as fun to talk about. It's talking about why Daring Do is a bad episode, even though everyone already thinks that anyway. Or why I feel like, did I mention this last episode? Why the last roundup is the episode with minimal sins, with minimal problems, which is really strange for people to hear because, alright, we've got a new shield. Because, well, it's no better. I mean, it's made of metal instead of wood, so I guess it's got that going for it. Copper bracers. This should be magical. Yes, wonderful. What else? Golden amulet. We already had that. Let's try it out. Ooh, wonderful. Okay, what else? A couple short bows. Let's try them out. This short bow is a +1/+0. What about this one? Alright, we'll use the blessed one, of course. Gauntlets. Nope, those gloves were worthless. I have these rings. Might as well equip the ring of searching. And the wooden ring, I think, means it's a ring of fire resistance. Alright. We're looking a lot better. We've got nicer items. We've got a higher protection value. That's that damage reduction. So every little guy who gets a lucky hit on me isn't going to be able to scratch my poor coat and destroy my wonderful Star Swirl the Bearded costume. Do you guys think that's appropriate? Should it just be Twilight Sparkle without the Star Swirl the Bearded costume? It just seemed fitting because Wizard, and if I ever decided to make a version of Twilight Sparkle that was something else Twilight Sparkly for Ancient Domains of Mystery, then it would be fitting to then give her a different costume. I don't know. If you're watching this and you have any opinion on the subject, go ahead and let me know, but we're going to call this a wrap now. Thank you so much for watching. This has been a blast. I'm so glad we didn't die. We're going to do this thing. We're going to win the game. Have a wonderful day, every pony.